Alright everyone, how's it going and welcome to this video. Now, this isn't going to be a series, it might be, I don't know yet, but the plan is to show you as many things in one game that I do. Now it's going to be like a tip type video, but there's going to be a lot of things that are too small for one video. I'm going to try and incorporate them all in one video, and hopefully in general it'll help you improve your game. So I'll try and show you as many things as possible, varying from anything really, from attacking to defending, just little bits of skills and tricks. And yeah, it'll just be me playing one game, and I'll just be pausing it and telling you things I did in the game and how you can do them. And hopefully it'll help you improve on some of the more subtle things that you might not realise in the game. Also, if you want to buy some Ultimate Team coins, then be sure to check out UT Coins for You. I'll leave a link in the description. And if you use the code VIMTO, V-I-M-T-O, you get 5% off. So first up, about 7 minutes in, this guy has an attack. Now, a lot of people here, they'd close down the ball as quickly as possible, but because everyone knows how overpowered love free balls are, what you've got to do is you've got to track the runner. So as you can see, I'm controlling the guy who's close to the runner. All I do is simply follow him, and as soon as he makes the free ball, I can just intercept it really easily. So about 15 minutes into this game, I get the first goal. Now when you look at this, you'll probably think this is really bad defending, but it actually isn't. It's just really hard to defend this sort of movement. First I have to do a fake shot, and now fake shots are so effective. And after that, I think this is the important bit, I do a little turn, and that little turn completely sells him. Something else that I use is the first touch fake shot. Now most first touches, they're a bit slow and sloppy, but if you use the fake shot as a first touch, it means you can just zoom off in one direction, and it usually completely sells the defender first time. Now following on from that, I use something that's very similar, but it's also a combo as well. When the ball comes to you, you stop still using either L1 or LB depending on what console you are. Then after that you do the fake shot again. Once again, it's such a useful skill move. Then when Oscar receives the free ball, I do yet again another fake shot. Then after that, yep, you guessed it, I do another fake shot back in the direction that I turned out from. It works so well because when you turn out from a direction, your opponent doesn't expect you to go back in that direction. From the corner, I do something that I don't see many people using, I don't know why, and it's obviously the sort of thing you wouldn't do if it was a really tight game, but it is a fun thing to do. There's usually a player who's left on the edge of the box, so I just cross it to him, and then I'll either take a touch and hit it, or just hit it first time. And a lot of the time you can score some really good goals. Now coming up is the second goal, and the first thing I do is I stop the ball like I said before by holding L1 or LB, then I just move in another direction. There's no skill move involved at all apart from just stopping and starting. And I do a step over, which is a little bit more complicated, but it's still really simple. Now from this angle there's only one place I can finish it. You should always aim far post in this situation. When you're away from goal, either from the left or right angle, always aim at the far post. And a lot of the time it'll go in the bottom corner if you do it right. So as it hits half time, as you can see, it's 2-0 and I'm dominating the game really. 67% possession, 11 shots, 10 on target. And I'm not doing anything special, I'm just doing what I've showed you, which is a lot of little movements, fake shots, feints, stopping and starting, but it just works so well. To show you how effective the stopping and starting is, I do it again straight from kickoff, and what I do is I just move forward with Pato, I dribble really slowly, no, I don't hold sprint at all, I just stop, then start, move to the left and right, and I end up nearly dribbling past the whole team. In the end I do get a corner, but I nearly scored on the whole team from kickoff just from stopping and starting. So it is something you should practice because it's really good. And I'll even show you 2 more times into the game where I do it once again, and even though I keep doing this, my opponent can't stop it because it's just such a quick small movement that he can't get to. The next clip here is another chance that I create, and what's important at the start is I pass from the goal kick. Now if you can, try and always pass. Obviously if there's players marking your players, then don't pass, but if there's space then don't boot it up because you'll just lose possession. And what you'll notice here is I do a double tapped cross, and now that miss is terrible, ignore the miss. But from the cross you might have noticed it was drilled in instead of just floated, and the drilled crosses are really effective if you time it right. And all you got to do is double tap the cross button. Coming up now is the third goal, and I do, as you might have guessed, the stop and start movement, which gets me space, and I move down the byline slowly, pull it back, and it's 3-0. And once again it's just created from small dribbling movements, the stopping and starting, and that puts the game to bed. Next up in the game we had a free kick. Now since I didn't have anyone on the pitch who was that good at free kicks, I decided to do something different, and that's pass it off to a second player. So if you press the L2 button or the LT on the Xbox, you can lay it off to a player, and because I had space here I took a touch then hit it, and even though I didn't score I got a corner out of it, and that was better than what I would have done if I took a free kick properly. Now next up is a new piece of skill called the knock on. Now the knock on, I did a whole video on it, but it's really useful. All you do is you hold R2, then you push the right stick forward twice, and it means with really fast players you can just sprint to the ball. You don't have the ball at your feet so it doesn't slow you down. You knock it in front of you about 10 yards and just sprint onto it. So that was about it from this game, and I won 3-0 pretty easily. It could have been a lot more, but I'm just trying to show that you don't have to play really sweaty, full of love through balls and counter attacks to win the game. And just look at the stats, I absolutely dominated him. 66% possession, 19 shots, he had 2. It should have been a lot more than 3. But nonetheless a comfortable win, and yeah, if you like this then let me know. Leave a comment or leave a like. I might make it into a series, it might just be a one-off. But hopefully I wanted to show more defensive clips, but for the simple fact that he didn't really get any chances in my half. I couldn't really show much about defence. If you're on the PS4, be sure to check out my 45-minute challenge video. It's a good chance to win Ultimate Team coins, so you got to just enter your PlayStation name in the comments. But apart from that, yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.